seem fake. There's something sweet about your eyes when you feel safe. But you keep running away. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. You might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it.
Good morning and welcome to the third game slot of the second day of the Victorian Ultimate Championships. Out of the women's division, you can see Ellipsis Pilcrow on your screen, and they are playing Zag Theory, the Western Australian South Australian. Oh God, kick me off the stream already. South Australian representatives. Ailsa Enting-Hawke delivering the final message as the coach of Zag Theory. As I welcome Daisy Medic. Daisy, I think we're in for a really good game. Both these teams, very well drilled, some experience on both sides. I think we're going to see a pretty even contest.
Yeah, I agree, Moz. I'm looking forward to it. Just adjusting my microphone. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, looking forward to this game as well.
So for those just tuning in today, conditions much friendlier for players, coaches, commentators and crew alike. Just gone past 27 degrees, which is warm for 10:30 in the morning, 10:40 in the morning, but the breeze has fallen right away, which makes playing a disc sport much easier.
And some more hammers as well.
More hammers, that's been the theme of the morning, agreed. And so it's Zag Theory going to the left of the screen. If there is a breeze, it's slightly left to right. See Ailsa running to the line to call. Oakley Mullen, you'll see on the line, not present in Ellipsis' first day.
So Zag Theory starting on defense today. Looks like Victoria Severin will be doing the pull. It's a good sideline here today. Well, pretty good sideline. Ellipsis are ready to start.
And we're underway. This pull a roller, it'll get past half towards the brick. And it'll be Pilcrow bringing it in. It looks like they've gone into a little bit of a vert. And the first throw of the game is a turn. Jess Chatterton had it thrown a little bit behind her. So now we'll see Zag Theory try and put in not an easy, but their first break.
Nice defensive pressure from Pilcrow. Oh, just a bit too high on that one for Zag Theory.
So Chatterton makes sure of it this time off Batista, and now Chatterton looks at one long. Another turn.
Looks like the teams might just be warming into the game a little bit.
I think so. I think both teams.
Yeah.
This time slot's starting a little bit earlier.
Yep.
So both teams need to come out a little bit ahead, and there'll be a pick call. Pick has been called. The question will be if it affected that catch, as to whether the disc should go back or be a turn. Prevailing theory from our sideline is that it should be a turn, but it will go back. Much to the chagrin of our incredibly impartial producer here in Rex. Nice big mark from Katie Locke. So Zag Theory dump and swing it around. This one goes over the head and it's picked off.
Lots of defensive pressure. Tight match from Ellipsis. Oh, just a little bit too much on that one. Zag Theory picking up the disc. Again, another good mark from Katie Locke. Does. So the throw to the top of the stack there. Nice. Oh, it was a good look, but there was just a Pilcrow player there to take take that block. So a bit of movement from Zag Theory across the field, but Ellipsis just read that too well.
Nice throw. Nice grab.
Lovely pass over to Katie Locke there. Pull down on the side of the field. Looking downfield again. Nice gaining pass. Great grab from Pilcrow. Jess in the end zone and free, and lovely piece of play from Pilcrow down the far sideline. Really patient. A few tough grabs there, but they were able to pull them all down and execute this play nicely. So just see down the sideline, they've got rid of a lot of the Zag Theory players. Jess did a nice cut right to the front of the end zone. Easy pass for a goal.
Yeah, you called it out here, Daisy. This throw in particular, a few of them, but nicely reeled in from Louisa Batista. Again, kept the composure. Nice, well-organised cut from Jess Chatterton. Sees Ellipsis Pilcrow hold after a few turns for their first goal of the game.
Yeah, it looked like they got into their flow a little bit then. Still, yeah, a few, not the passes weren't picked quite on, but the team were able to pull them in, so they can continue to do that. They'll be looking good on the scoreboard. We'll see how Zag Theory respond.
Sure.
Ellipsis with the pull. Zag Theory ready on the side, on the line. Looks like setting up a vert from Zag Theory. A few cuts from the stack.
Got one out the back.
Great grab by 56 there. A little bit floaty. So looking downfield, there's a lot of cuts, but it's a little bit crowded. So they're just passing back to make some room. Nice movement from the handlers there. Bit of a fall in the field, but there's been a call. Looks like a pick call.
And it's Gabby Callow around the disc, 56 for Zag Theory. Reeling it in. So, and Gabby, to her teammates' credit, is calling a turn, saying it didn't affect that play. And we're going to have an injury sub. A little bit of unintentional contact, I think, in the stack, Daisy.
Yeah, there was a lot of movement going on in there. A little bit crowded. So Zag Theory will be looking to reset. So just waiting while injury time. I'm going to substitute a player for Ellipsis Pilcrow. And it looks like they're taking it from the sideline. So back with Ellipsis Pilcrow. Nice pass down the line there. A good cut, still down the line, looking nice. And sending it across the field. Lovely catch. Lovely piece of play from Ellipsis there.
What I really liked about that passage is that there were a few throws down the line and it almost baited Zag Theory into flooding that far side, but then it opened up so much space for the around break into essentially what was the middle of the field. So it was good from Ellipsis, took the meters when they had it down that forced sideline, but also once Zag Theory overcorrected slightly, could throw the around break for the easy goal. So Ellipsis Pilcrow get their first break of the game. But as we've said in previous games, breaks and certainly upwind breaks were pretty impactful yesterday. Not so much here. The conditions mean that Zag Theory should do anything but panic very early on in this game. Best thing their offense can do is just go back to basics, get the first score on the board, get their D back out there.
They were moving the disc around really nicely. It was just a little bit crowded. And there was a lot of hard work and nice cuts down that sideline from Ellipsis. So still a very even game. So Ellipsis with the pull. Got a lot of the team members on the field listening in and supporting their team there.
You always like to see that, especially later in a tournament. Everyone can get to the line on game one, day one, but if you're still doing it midway into the second day, love to see it.
Yeah, it's good to keep the energy and vibes up.
Exactly.
Zag Theory moving it down the field nicely while they had the opportunity to, while Ellipsis came and set their play. Just putting on a hard mark there. Still, they're looking a little bit crowded down the field. There we go. Got a gaining pass. And, yeah, there's a lot of people kind of moving into each other because everyone's moving in the same space. Pilcrow, nice defense from Zag Theory there. 36, looking downfield, but goes back for the dump pass. They've had a lot of safe dump pass options, which is really good. Looking downfield, again, a lot of people making a lot of cuts, but it is a little bit crowded. Well done from Ellipsis. They're putting a lot of pressure on Zag Theory. And they're looking to make the most of this turn, opening up the field really nicely to the far side. Lovely cut there from Batista.
Batista, a former South Australian herself.
Oh, good
Nice.
look, but good D from 77.
Severin.
Zag Theory still holding up their defense all the way down the field, even though Ellipsis did get a few gaining passes.
It's a great D.
It was a really good defensive block. Zag Theory with the disc. Set up a nice stack. Ooh, it's just gone out to the side. Ellipsis back with the disc now. Looking downfield. Not many options, so they've gone back. Cycling it through. Just a bit of an unforced error there. They've been cycling through their players really well, the Ellipsis team. Zag Theory with the disc. Few options. Looking for their dump pass or a safe pass there. Nice grab from 89. Good look down the field, just not quite executed. They seem quite tight in their stack as well, and they haven't got many options long, which could really help progress the play down the field. Ellipsis back with the disc on the sideline. A little bit stuck. Nice cut down the side to support the teammate there. Another unforced error. I think both the teams are getting in the flow a bit more, but still a few unforced errors, a few drops at the start of the game.
I think that's Steph Mulcher out there, actually. Former Australian representative, absolute jet.
Yeah, there's really high standard of players on the field today. Lovely defense from Ellipsis.
Oakley Mullen, also an Australian rep.
Good swing over to Batista. And light, nice look long. Looking deep, but it looks like Zag Theory got in the right position there. Had it covered. And good turn to get the disc moving straight away.
Nice break.
Lovely break throw. Agree with you, Moz. Nice defensive pressure from Ellipsis. Zag Theory under a little bit of pressure there going backwards.
As you've said, Daisy, the dumps have looked quite safe more often than not.
They have, yes.
The challenge is just coming out of that stack.
Yep.
Seeing a lot of lateral cuts, not so much the out and in. It's kind of coming out, flaring out from the stack, which can be a little bit hard to throw to because you don't really know what throwing lane you're aiming for. So
Yep.
maybe an adjustment there for Zag.
So back with Ellipsis, back with Jess. Oh, that worked out. I don't know if that's where she was aiming for, but that
I'll tell
worked
you,
out lovely.
it came off.
Good eyes to find the Ellipsis player in the end zone there to catch a nice goal. So just replaying that one. Now I think Jess was looking long. And it might have come out of the hands not as she expected, but straight to her own player, which worked out well.
Sometimes you make your own luck.
I think so. And a nice swinging pass there into the end zone. So I think a timeout's been called for the teams.
Yes, just heard firsthand from Jess. Wanted it to come out a little bit higher. And it was Mulcher. The heads-up play. And so Zag 3 have called the timeout. They want to talk it over. We'll listen into the timeout and be back after this break. Hello and welcome back to the Victorian Ultimate Championships. We've got Zag Theory out of South Australia. With a bit of a slow start against Ellipsis Pilcrow, we've made the most of their break opportunities. They enjoy a 3-zip lead. Zag Theory and Coach Elsa calling a timeout to talk it over, make some adjustments. Still plenty of support on the Zag Theory sideline.
Yeah, both teams are really easing into this game. A lot of disc movement, a lot of nice throws as well, and a lot of movement across the field. I think there's opportunity for a few more long throws from Zag Theory.
Yeah, I agree. I think, firstly, that's what the people want to see. And a big shout out to, speaking of supporters back home, Bruce, Haley, Jay Brill, all jumping on the YouTube stream, showing their support for Zag Theory from back home. I'm assuming they're back home. If you do want to add, just subscribe to the ULTI.TV YouTube channel, and you too can get in on the chat and the action. But I agree with you, Daisy. I think we've seen kind of cuts out of the stack be quite horizontal, so in line with the thrower, rather than an out-in. So having those out-in cuts, or as you mentioned, seeing some huck looks with some in-outs, if for nothing else, will force the Ellipsis D to adjust a little bit. So be interesting to see. They get a chance. The good news is they get a chance to implement the instructions from Elsa straight away. They're going to be on O with a nice pull from Pilcrow.
Lovely, lovely pull. So they're able to move it up quickly while Ellipsis get down.
Good first throw.
Yeah, nice cut as well. It's still a little bit chaotic in the stack. It looks like they're coming back to their stack to restructure and look long.
Here we go, on
That's
cue.
that was a good look. It just veered a little bit out of field to the right there, but it was a good look.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was alluding to before. The fact that long throw is gone now sits in the psyche of Ellipsis going,
Exactly.
okay, well, they might send one, you know. So that throw, the accuracy wasn't there, but the cut certainly was. So I don't mind it as a statement of intent as much as anything from Zag Theory.
Yep, completely agree. Nice cut from Katie. Just a little bit flat, that throw. But good look, good movement from Ellipsis. Now back with Zag Theory. Good cut under. Lovely cut under. Oh, nice grab from Ellipsis to take that one back. Ellipsis look like they might be playing a horo, resetting into a different structure than we've seen. Oh, no, back to vertical. Nice long look from Ellipsis. Great grab as well down the field. Gained a lot of meters with that one. Really nice look.
Good cover from Zag. They've recovered really well off that long throw.
They have, yep. Really strong defense back on. Ellipsis looking downfield, looking for some options.
They're pretty deep. All the Ellipsis players pretty deep. They get out of it now with the cut off the front.
And looking in, lovely cut. Not quite in the end zone yet.
Good cut from
And
Katie.
a lovely cut from Katie. Great grab as well. Good patient offense from Ellipsis. They're a very good team. Lovely throws. And
Yeah, it
that
was
good
this
long look.
Yeah,
yes,
it was this
there
gainer
that
kind of got them out of jail a little bit. They were a little bit deep. Then watch Katie Locke set up for the front cone. Waited for her teammate to get back, establish the pivot, and it's a race to the front cone.
Lovely work. We'll see how Ellipsis, what defensive plays they put on Zag Theory this point, and see if Zag Theory pull out any more long shots again. I like that before. So 4-0 to Ellipsis. Looks like Zag Theory is speaking through a few plays or something. Coach on the field to chat through how this line will play this next point. Ellipsis with the pull. Still a really nice day. A little bit warmer, no wind. Nice high pull from Ellipsis. Does it stay in? It looks like it's in, giving them enough time to set up. Big fake. Zag Theory looking downfield.
Ooh.
Oh, good look, almost there.
I like the leading throw, yeah.
Yep. Had a lot of air on it. Ellipsis turn it around quickly. Oh, just a little bit flat, that throw down the sideline. Oh, might be an injury timeout. Or injury sub from Ellipsis.
I think it's Annie Longley taking a breather. With Nicholson coming on.
Zag Theory will set up on that side of the field, plays back on. Some nice early cuts from Zag Theory.
Good cut.
Oh,
Let's see.
good recovery there. Ellipsis got a hand to that one, but they were able to grab it back. Nice work through the middle of the stack, and lovely look. just out to the side, but a really good look long. I think there's been a call. I'm not sure what the call is, but the players are discussing at the moment. Looks like the disc will come back to Zag Theory. A lot of the players are tight on the sideline. Be interesting to see if they make a little bit of space, a little bit more room, but it looks like they're looking down that sideline for that long throw to 78. And then maybe 36 has made a bit of a long cut as well. Nice cutting from 78, long and deep as well, long and under.
It's a good D from Mulcher. Still got it. With a smile on her face as well, enjoying the work that she's doing, and she's going to follow it up with a nice undercut gainer.
Nice turnaround from Ellipsis, straight back into it. Good look, nice D. Oh, nice. Good bid, good bid. Nice defense from Zag Theory, shutting down those deep options.
Good save.
Real threat. Ellipsis have a lot of really good throwers that can throw anything. Few cuts long. They're looking, not many options. They're going to go through the middle. 78 again. Lots of cutting from 78. Great grab. Long look. Oh, great grab as well. Pulled that down nicely. 78 again. Really helping this play down the field. Wanting to look deep. Got the dump. Oh, great intercept. Defense from 31. From Ellipsis. 31, Laura Angarita. Ellipsis just calmly walking back and setting up their offensive play. Lovely cut. Good look. Good look down the field there. Just a little bit flat, a little bit long.
Yeah, and so something Ellipsis are doing is they're playing force middle. So you can hear their sideline going, force home, force away, and they're changing it mid-point. So what that's doing is it's creating a bit of clog. You can hear them saying force away, so force it back into the middle. Conversely, when they go to this side, now they're going to force home. So what that does is create that clogging. Yep. We're seeing a few of those turns come from Zag Theory. So the best way to do that is exactly like that. Use the width. Use the brakes, use the width. Try and throw away from the stack. Isolate those players one out, like we're going to see here.
Lovely grab from 43. And there's a long option from 33. Good to have the long options and deep. And they are spreading the field now, providing a lot of options, Zag Theory. Engage the dump.
Nice cut.
Lovely. Oh, lovely look. That was nice movement from Zag Theory. They had all the types of cuts, longs, unders. And a timeout has been called.
Yeah, and you know what? If I'm Zag Theory, obviously there have been turns at that point, but if I'm Zag Theory, I'm definitely not unhappy with that adjustment.
Yep,
I've seen more long throws, 2 hucks just in that point alone coming off. And it forces the Ellipsis D to just be a bit more mindful of what's behind them. But yeah, if I was Zag Theory, as I said, with Ellipsis forcing middle, trying to collapse all the space into the middle, throw away from the stack, get players flaring out, going wide, using the width of the field as well as the length, then that's going to change the complexion of the game.
And when they did have a little bit of success, Zag Theory, through that centre corridor as well. They were able to gain a few metres. From 78 there on the screen was pivotal in that as well.
Yes, Joylyn Sauer.
There, yep. And lovely grab there from Zag Theory.
And welcome back as we watch Alistair Enting-Hawke delivering her second timeout message of the half. I did eavesdrop a little bit, Daisy, and heard it. Similar to something we said earlier, she's really liking the long shots, wants to see more of them. The scoreboard dynamic hasn't changed, but certainly their offensive vibe has.
Yeah.
She's saying continue making those long cuts, turn around, put your head down.
And Ellipsis is always a really hard team to come up against, from my experience too. And Zag Theory, you can see them adapting really well. So play will resume. Ellipsis will set up first as the offending team.
Have you been to the City of Churches, been to Adelaide or South Australia?
I have, but not for a little while. There was Frisbee there, Frisbee tournament, and a long time ago I went to watch the cricket.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to watch the cricket at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, it's...
Had much of the nightlife?
No, I haven't. Have you? Have you been?
Probably. No, I have been.
Yep.
Is it Rundle Mall? Is that the that's the drag down there? I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the bar. Woodstocks or something. A bit of a country and western bar. We're going back 15 years now, Daisy. So.
There's nice chocolate factories there too. I'd like to go and
and
have a look at as well.
As usual, you're bringing a more cultured side of things to this.
Zag Theory set up a cup zone defense.
Oh, jeez, that's a good
great swing from Ellipsis to break away from that cup. They've opened up so much room here down the sidelines. Lovely work down the side. Looking for a long option, but might have to just hold it for a sec while the team resets.
There's a double team. So Zag Theory calling match, but two players marking the disc. So there was a bit of a breakdown. I think they've sorted it out now.
Yep. Ellipsis looking long, moving it side to side while their long option set up. And lovely option, lovely look. Beautiful long throw there.
Yeah, cracking throw from Oakley Mullen.
Yeah, really
5 zip cards.
Good patience there from Ellipsis. Moved it around until their players were in the best position for the long throw. And lovely throws, you said, from Oakley.
Yeah, Oakley had the huck, but I want to call out, for any young players looking at, I guess, throwing mechanics, watch Steph Mulcher. Throw here. This was on the flick, so this was good. But her backhand earlier in the point, really nice balance, like throws really balanced, gets her pivot out wide, even if she doesn't need it, if she's not pivoting around a player. It's a really good thrower. Has played, definitely played Australian under-23s. I reckon she would have been a firetail. She may have even had a look at Crocs, I reckon. If you're part of the Steph Mulcher fan club and know how many Australian teams she's been in, drop it in the chat.
Yeah, she was also pivotal in that patience and moving the disc slowly, getting the team in the right position. To add another score, 5-0 to Ellipsis Pilcrow.
Still plenty of positivity from the Zag Theory sideline, their coach pointing out the positives.
So Ellipsis with the pull, Zag Theory will start on offense.
Hey, Steph.
We'll see what structure they set up.
Did you play Crocs? You played Firetails. Did you play Crocs?
Pull coming in.
Steph just coming over and say, yes,
yes,
Moz, I did play Crocs, I did play Five, done it all. Yes. Frisbee legend Steph Mulcher played at the highest levels. That's why you should watch her if you're looking on how to throw.
Ellipsis setting up a very tight cup there. They look quite close to the players. Looks like a foul has been called from Zag Theory. They're just talking that one through now.
Yeah, always a little bit challenging when there's a zone being played, players jostling to get to the position first. Of course, in zone you do mark a space more than you mark a player. So sometimes the contest for that space can get a little willing.
Yes, especially when someone's trying to break through the cup.
Oh,
That's where you get a few clashes.
I loved playing in the cup. Not for that reason.
Yeah.
Never tried to take anyone out, but it was always fun, the close quarters battle, as we see it. A replay of it. So both players, nothing kind of untoward there. Both players just fighting for the space, getting there at the same time. So this one might go back.
Back to Zag theory. Play, looks like play will be reset.
And if you just look at the space down the bottom of the screen, unfortunately the miscommunication around the dump, they did have so much space. The Ellipsis team had collapsed so far on that far side. And that'll be Batista throwing.
Right on the end zone there from Ellipsis, patiently moving it around until their position's getting a better position, and lovely use of the space there. Spread, opened up the field, moved it across the field so there was an open option for a goal.
Yeah, just as you thought Zag Theory had shut down and adjusted that space, you can see everything on the far side. Ellipsis flipped the script a bit and move it with this. It's this throw here that opens up the whole field. Batista has 2/3 of the field to shoot into. Zag had overcompensated on the far side. Makes life very difficult to recover from that.
Yeah, and it looked like Ellipsis were pushing Zag Theory to that side, like you said, so they were under a lot of pressure. Taking it on the offensive side, taking it down the far side of the field. So 6-0 to Pilcrow. It's a little bit warm now. Players might be in their second or third game of the day. Long tournament after having played yesterday in the 36-degree heat. But there's still a lot of movement, a lot of running. It doesn't seem like anyone's tiring in this game.
Still no shout-outs on the from the Adelaide contingent on the nightlife. Bring it through. We know that between the live golf and gather round, it's becoming a destination, a sporting destination, as you say, Daisy. Even some frizz there.
Ellipsis putting on really good pressure, forcing Zag Theory backwards a little bit here. But they responded really well, moved it around, and now they've gained down the field on the far sideline. Ellipsis stopping them again. Oh, great intercept on the run from 92. Ellipsis resetting after that defensive block. Lovely movement there. Wow. Oh, is she going to... Yeah. Great read. Calmly just looked at it again, grabbed it, pulled it down. Really nice movement through the middle of the field. As you said, it's a really good view into really nice throwing completions, and they're all reading off each other, so cutting perfectly. Yeah.
Any throw you get 2 bites, that's a good throw. Take it this way or that way. And I mentioned Adelaide as the destination city. Live golf, gather round, and then Division 1 Australian Ultimate Championships on the 24th to the 27th of April, confirmed at West Beach.
Oh, awesome. This year?
This year.
Yeah, nice.
A couple of months away. You keep this commentary up, Daisy, you'll get a gig.
Well, it looks like we've taken half. Ellipsis have taken half, 7-0. So we'll take a short break and be back shortly.
Welcome back to the second half action. Pilcrow having it their own way at the moment over Zag Theory, but Zag Theory with some positive adjustments in the second stanza of that first half. And we were talking about Adelaide as a great city. It would be remiss of us to say that Bendigo does not also deserve the same amount of credit. The City of Greater Bendigo, a sponsor of this weekend. Got a growing arts scene. They've got meat stock in a couple of weeks' time on the 14th and 15th. Smoked meats plus country music. What could go wrong? And the Bendigo Winemakers Festival. The sponsors, Super Boost, sports drink, high in electrolytes, low in sugar. Designed by athletes for athletes. And Ultimate Victoria. Been fantastic. A standard bearer in Australian Ultimate for promoting the sport across the entire state. We've got 40 new schools each term adding Ultimate to their PE curriculum, which is fantastic. Which we had that. Did you have that at school? Did you play?
Didn't.
No, you didn't.
No.
So we're both, getting onto it too late.
Yep.
Yeah. you watch the guys, Lockie Wise, for example, started playing when he was 13, 14, and you're just so jealous that players get those opportunities now. Most of us picking it up in uni, but Ultimate Victoria doing an ever better job of getting this fantastic sport to the young folk.
Zag Theory getting energised on the sideline.
Yeah, still lots of positivity, not letting the scoreline get to them.
It's a really nice day for Frisbee. Like, I'd like to be playing right now. No wind. It doesn't seem too warm.
Wind, it's just, I think, a tick under 30 degrees.
Yeah.
We even had a little drop of rain, which usually isn't great for Frisbee, but today you'd welcome. Yeah, 30 on the dot.
Yeah, we'll see. Looking forward to the second half. See how both teams respond. There's been a lot of good disc movement. Zag Theory are coming on with a lot of enthusiasm and energy. It's really good.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. They travel all the way from South. I'm imagining their drive. What's the commute time? What's the travel time from 7 hours, according to our resident South Australian? How long did it take you from G-Town?
G-Town just under 3 hours.
3. Okay.
Yeah. It is nice with Frisbee. I've got to kind of play in a lot of regional Victoria.
100%.
Get to see a lot of the state. And Adelaide, New South Wales, Queensland.
Yes. You been over to Perth?
I haven't. No.
Perth good. Perth good. I like Perth. Heads of State's only championship over in Perth, so that's why.
Oh, nice.
Yes, speaking of regional Victoria, the Australian Ultimate Division 2 Championships being hosted in Shepparton.
Yep.
Next 2 years, actually, they have that. The Beach Ultimate Championships in May up in Coolangatta. You play beach?
Only a little bit. I'd like to play a little bit more. How about you?
No way.
No?
Nah,
How
too much
come?
hard work. Nah, I don't have the quads for it. The burn that puts in.
It is, yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot on your muscles, but it's a lot less impact. I felt I pulled up a lot less sore, but
Really?
in the
Okay.
moment it was a lot
Yeah,
harder.
to burn, yeah.
And you feel like you're running a lot slower.
Yeah, I feel slow enough. I don't need any encouragement to feel slower than I already am, so no thank you.
So Ellipsis to start with the pool. Zag Theory on offense. Nice catch of the pool there. Gives them a bit more gain down the field. Looking downfield again. Little short passes, but making a lot of kind of moving quickly down the field.
You'd love to see a swing go up. There's just
Yeah.
so many around. Look at the entire half of this field unguarded. So Zag Theory probably just getting sucked in a little bit. We see a high count.
Ellipsis forcing them to that sideline really well.
Yeah.
It's crowding and limiting their options.
Probably want to see that swing go.
Nice.
Does.
Lovely swing across. They've gone back. Looking for something downfield, but yeah, Moz, they just need to swing it out to open up their options.
And it's a forgivable thing. Like, when you see this offense and it's so clustered, you want to go and help.
Yes,
But it's
exactly.
actually sometimes the discipline thing is we see the second blade of the point and there will be a foul call. We're just going to take a second to make sure everyone's okay.
Looks like there's an injury sub. Players talking it through. Yep, disc will be coming in with Zag Theory. I think. Yep. Oh, no. No,
Nice.
it's a turn. Sorry. Turn to Ellipsis. Ah, good back up there. Lovely space, use of space, and well executed from Ellipsis. Nice goal.
Yeah, Jess Chatterton starting to rack up the stats.
Yeah, yep. She's been involved with lots of their
Few times
plays,
now. Yep.
helping that flow down the field.
And it was the Woolshed that we were looking for before in terms of Adelaide attractions.
There's a good save there. Nice cut, nice and open, and Jess reading that, providing the option for the goal in the end zone.
Nice, as you said, good
Yep.
backing up. 2 players at it.
Yeah, they've just opened up the space really nicely, swung it to the right side of the field. Jess reading off the players nicely, which she has this game, to help that flow down the field. It really helps when you know how other players work. You can time your cuts off them, makes a big difference.
Big time.
Yep. Instead of waiting until someone's caught the disc to make your move. So, Ellipsis with the pull, Zag Theory on offense, 8-0 to Ellipsis. Not too long left in this game. 2 minutes left, games of 55 minutes today, a little bit shorter after adjusting for yesterday where we played fewer games due to the heat. Bit of sun out.
Yeah, the Clouds doing an okay job keeping that sun out most of the time, keeping the bite off it as goal machine Jess Chatterton walks past the commentary position.
Yeah, Ellipsis are just really capitalising on any turn and making space really quickly.
Oh, this pull's coming for us,
Oh.
Days. Rexy, yours.
Nearly hit the camera.
Katie getting it done.
You can see Rex there just on the camera, a little bit of a dance.
So Zag Theory looks like they're about to set up in a vert.
Moving it up a little bit, but it looks nice and spread. And cuts immediately from the stack. Good read. Good read there from Ellipsis. Straight away, they took it to the other side of the field, like you said, Moz, and just opened up the space. Incredible throw from Steph Molka, like you mentioned later. Really helped with that movement down the field from Ellipsis. The way they could just turn that so quickly and get into position, use the whole field, really impressive. There's Molka with the disc. Nice cross-field throw. Lovely catch.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Watch the balance. Nice, wide stride. Committing to the throw from far third into near third. Just watch, like that's the clinic from one of the best. Steph, I would imagine, just playing for fun now, but if she wasn't, she'd walk on it, I reckon, pretty much any team in the country.
Yeah. Incredible throws and vision to see who's open down the field. The way Ellipsis can just go from one side of the field to the other.
Yep.
Continuously making the defensive team move side to side, tiring them out and also opening up space at the same time.
Big time.
9-0 to Ellipsis. Are we at time cap yet?
Yes, I think we are.
Time cap, thank you.
That is time cap on this point now, so we'll play this and add one. So let's see if Pilcrow can get another stop on Zag, or if Zag will get on the board. As I'd say, they probably deserve to.
Ellipsis
Daisy?
are pushing them to that sideline again. They're looking for the swing throw across to open up some room. But Ellipsis is doing a good job of kind of capturing them on that side. Looking for the little give and goes. Is that a call?
There it must be something.
Yeah.
I think play has stopped.
Yep.
And you can see Gabby Callow sitting in that closest to us, probably
Yep.
close to the middle. She's calling for the hammer. She goes, just let it go. As much as a statement as anything, because watch, if you get down here to this left bottom side, you're off to the races.
Yeah, you can see all that space, all of the field.
Callow and Brett
Yeah.
right here. It's easier said than done, because it's Kelly Martin-Brown on the mark, and Kelly's a great mark and really anticipates throws. Just let one.
So they're moving it. They are moving it down the sideline. Oh, bad luck. Just a drop on that one. Yeah, it is easier said than done. Being trapped on the sideline is really hard to get out of.
Bang.
Oh, nearly got the beat on that. Lovely work.
Pilcrow get it to double digits. We're going to 11. So Zag with their last chance to get on the board, as they so richly deserve. And the main adjustment, you would say, particularly if Pilcrow run that junk, is just use the width.
Just got the replay here. Ellipsis just Zag nearly got that defense, but Ellipsis capitalizing on it into an open goal.
And the action keeps coming after this. We have a game in 20 short minutes' time. It will be the VUC semi-final. Pelicans, who we've not seen yet, versus Quoll, the Tasmanian team, with
Who we
some
have seen,
electric
yeah.
young players. So in for a real treat.
Yeah.
That's coming up at 12 o'clock local, 20 minutes' time. I wonder if they hark back to just something else Ailsa said in one of the earlier timeouts, which is loving the long game. Do you just let one go?
And they had a few good looks on their long shots earlier.
They did.
And then Ellipsis have just forced them to that sideline. So if they can let a long shot go early before they're kind of stuck and pushed to the sideline,
Yeah, big time.
that would be good to see. Well, we have seen it. It just hasn't quite
I think almost
gone through.
Yeah, across field huck,
Yeah.
if there's such a thing, would almost be more as damaging, if not more damaging, because you open up so much space down that sideline.
And their players have the throws. They've shown
100%.
they've thrown the long throws. So Ellipsis with the pull.
Paul's been good today.
Really nice.
Nice catch.
Yeah, a lot of them have been caught as well. Zag Theory looking downfield while they set up. It's good, they're swinging around. Great defense there. Great read from Ellipsis. It was a good look to
Right decision.
to open it. But it was just a good read. Just floated a little bit too much. So Ellipsis back on offense. Tight mark there.
Good throw.
Really nice. Batista being patient, waiting for the options.
Here we go. Do it.
You wanted the long huck, hammer.
I'll take a completion.
Batista again
There
with a
it is.
hammer. Well done. Yes, we got a hammer.
Got a hammer.
Yes.
And that's a stylish
nice put,
way.
Nice grab.
Yep, a stylish way for Ellipsis Pilcrow to finish. It's been a very impressive display from their offense as well as their defense. Safe throws all the way. Then a little bit of Hollywood action to finish.
Lovely.
And for Zag Theory, probably a game of learning. One that they definitely got better as the game went on. But weren't able to take that final step to convert on the scoreboard. Playing against a bunch of Australian representatives, so not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, really, really experienced team, Ellipsis, and just pulling that goal down nicely at the end.
So that's it from us for now. As I mentioned, 20 short minutes away, we will have the VUC semi-final between Pelicans from Melbourne. You ever heard of a team called the Pelicans before?
This team, yes, but
This
no,
one?
not
Right,
before.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, yep.
So unless you're from here or New Orleans, it's a bit of a unique name. But
Yeah.
Pelicans versus Quoll. I've never heard a team named after a Quoll before. But that's coming up shortly, so please tune back in. On behalf of myself, Daisy, and the ULTI.TV crew, we'll see you soon.
Hey guys, Katie Brennan here from the Richmond Footy Club. On hot days like this in the off-season, it's so important to prepare yourself right to start the day. I like to start with a healthy breakfast. It's always eggs on toast for me. And then a little work done on my business just to plan out the day and get clear on what I have to do. I train around 4 mornings a week, and today I'm focusing on a few strength and resistance exercises. Hydration is super important. It's a hot day, so I'll drink a Super Boost Rapid. Grape flavour is my favourite. It's all the electrolytes I need and low in sugar. So a little bit of these, then some of this. Not overloading in the hot temperatures, taking in plenty of liquid. That feels better. Now off to work. Have a great day.
ULTI.TV.